This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Thanks to everybody on the Boston Pizza text line. Yes, Dale Earnhardt, the late Dale Earnhardt, was known as the Intimidator, which is just a kick-ass nickname. And that's Vicky Shea behind the wheel. I was leaving the parking lot yesterday, and I was looking down, connecting my phone to my CarPlay.
Yeah.
Not driving with my phone in my hand, just a quick connect before I get out on the road in the parking lot. And it took I swear to God, 2.5 seconds, and I look up in my mirror, and all I see is the two eyes above the steering wheel and an impatient Intimidator Vicky Shea behind me. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to get going here. I'm in trouble.
Yeah, quit slowing down the traffic there.
And yet when people see you, they just love you and everything else and go, she's not that intimidating. But then I'm telling you, I saw this in traffic today, and I put it down. Whoever that Crown attorney was that had that file on you in your past history, I'm sending in a note. I'm just saying nothing's changed since the court date.
Thank goodness you didn't come up with that Buzzsaw nickname before my court date.
The Buzzsaw.
I'm telling you, you're just that compact size. You are a Buzzsaw. You really are.
Yeah.
Imagine the judge or the magistrate breaking Joe down. What would you say what is her nickname behind the wheel that you call her at work? I don't know what you mean. No, tell us.
You're under oath, Mr.
I'm not a rat. I'm not a rat, Vicky. But I do like that Buzzsaw.
I got stuff to get done. There's only so many hours in a day.
Mm-hmm.
I got places to be.
Paint a picture for people. So we park in a parking lot that is sort of built in areas. It's not like one just big open area with painted lines where everybody parks, like a mall would be, right? So there's different little islands of parking spots. So Phil parks over, if it was an L-shaped parking lot, he parks, let's say, at the end of the L, okay? You and I park next to each other, and I'm telling you right now, in 25 days of work in a month, maybe one day I will leave the parking lot before you. I always wait.
Well, blink and you'll miss it.
What's taking you so long?
I'm telling you,
I'm sitting there. I'm getting in there. I'm turning on my seat warmer. I'm putting on a podcast, and I'm out of there before both of you.
Cloud of dust.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that we couldn't be out in front of you. We wait. Because I don't want to be leaving the parking lot at a lesser speed than you're desiring. I get intimidated.
Well, thank you then.
I see. So there is some intimidation.
Yeah.
It's not just behind the wheel. When we often walk out of this building together too. And sometimes I'll be ahead of Vicky, and I bail on that situation right quick because I'm never walking fast enough. I'm like, okay, go, Vicky, and then she'll be outside next to her car by the time you and I
know.
Sometimes get out of the
it's
doors.
The only breeze we get in this building.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Got something to say?
Okay, I'll say it.
Well, you should probably call the bone phone and let her rip.
It actually feels nice to finally say it out loud.
780-BONE.
Yeah, to the two douchebags in their Mercedes with the top down giving me the finger. Yeah, well, you too.
So sometimes you don't need context.
Yeah, I wonder what happened.
At least they had the top down. Nice day.
I will say this. Yeah, there hasn't been too many top-down days.
Yeah, no kidding.
Good.
Okay.
They're coming, though.
Yes.
The top down.
That's the big heat.
Just thinking back to that call, that's very rare. Usually you'll get the bird from one person in a vehicle, but to get it from both?
Double bird.
Double bird. It's not something that happens very often. I know.
Was it simultaneous? Was it they both raised their hand at the exact same time?
Kind of risky in a convertible because you're more exposed than the average person in a car who's closed off, and you give the finger to the wrong person, you're right there for the taking.
Good call. Good call. You got to be careful out there. All right. If you've been in an accident, move your vehicle out of the way.
I'm currently sitting at the Dakota Crossing intersection by St. Patel Center, and some idiot's car broke down in the intersection. I'm getting really sick of this. You put it in neutral, you get your ass out of the car, and you push it.
I don't know about that. You don't know what someone's situation is. Maybe they can't move it. If you can, sure, but...
Yeah, he went on to elaborate a little bit. If you're a senior, then maybe, and you can't move it, then maybe you shouldn't even be driving.
All right. Well,
look, I guess we can add a little in brackets at the end of that call. If you're capable of moving your vehicle,
sure,
then probably get your vehicle out of the way.
Brackets come in very handy.
They do.
They do.
But also just like have some empathy for people like that. When your car breaks down in the middle of the road, you don't want to be there. You don't want to be in that situation. Just give people a break.
Good call. You'll remember Motorhead Guy called a few weeks ago, and he was not happy with people who leave their dogs in the box of their truck. And I believe his call was about seeing it on the highway.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
And we've learned since that call that it wasn't his opinion. Motorhead Guy's opinion wasn't very popular, and people don't like, right? I would say.
Kind of surprising.
Being told what to do or mind your own business.
I think that's
seemed
what
to
it's
be,
more about, not so much about the dog.
So this call, tongue-in-cheek, I believe, about the dogs in the box.
Yeah, I'm just driving through Steinbach here on Wednesday afternoon, and I just saw a dog in somebody's truck box. Just ridiculous, despicable, unbelievable. Just words cannot describe the anger I'm having inside. It was going from side to side, chomping at the air, just loving life and having an absolute amazing time. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. How ridiculous. Get a grip, people. Make life miserable for your dog. That's what you're supposed to do.
Again, I think he's talking about buzzing around a town with your dog in the box, driving slowly. Right. Whereas Motorhead Guy, if I remember, was talking about highway travel.
Yeah.
So we might be on, apples and oranges.
Interesting.
Possibly. Okay, zippering comes up frequently on the show. Here's a chef.
I have figured out the zipper merge problem. Put it on the driver's license test, and if you can't properly do a zipper merge, automatic fail. The same with roundabouts. If you can't enter a roundabout and exit a roundabout properly, automatic fail. Boom. Then everybody will learn how to zipper merge and use roundabouts properly. Automatic fail.
That's the future.
Yeah. I was going to say, I wonder if they would add roundabouts to the driving test.
Yeah, but okay, so that helps the future, but how about now?
Yeah, and it's a good idea, certainly in driver's ed. Sure. You should be going through roundabouts, but I'll say seniors seem to really struggle with roundabouts. That's my observation.
Yeah.
They just hit the brakes, and you can tell they're overheating with I don't know what to do when they approach a roundabout.
And yet the brakes hit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, it gets a little bit more dangerous sometimes.
When in doubt, hit the brakes. Vicky Shea's non-viewing party.
Tonight.
Yeah, there's the excitement around the city about this non-viewing party is
I got
real.
a bombshell to drop about the non-viewing party, too. Do you want it after the call?
7:10. Can we?
We'll save it for 7:10.
Okay.
I got a great idea for the non-viewing party.
Oh, wow.
An add-on.
I don't mean to make you wait to announce
some live entertainment.
Really?
I'm dying to tell everybody.
Well, here's a call about the viewing party.
So I hear there's a viewing party at Vicky's house. Also heard that there's going to be air fryers, so I'll bring my air fryer along. And then I heard something about Vicky's got some new Irish Spring to try out, so that's going to be good.
Just put a new bar in the shower.
I'm wondering if we can also try out Vicky's bed there, in case we need a power nap.
Oh, a nap.
What else can we do? I don't know. Maybe bring a twister. Sky's the limit on this party. Woo!
You did offer up board games. We don't have really much room if we're laying out that mat for Twister, do we?
Yeah. Well, it's going to be tight with capacity.
I'm still worried about the second bathroom. If we got a health inspector over there, you can't have plants in that bathroom.
It's my greenhouse.
If we're going to be at capacity, can't even have the fan on. You need the humidity after the shower for the plants.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Listen, we have a winner in our Rockin Thunder contest this morning. As you heard, maybe the commercial. Tell us every time you hear a Motley Crue or 3 Days Grace song, and it was 3 Days Grace this morning, you text the word
Thunder, just like we heard last night.
Yeah, with your name to 762-555. It gets you in the draw. The randomizer goes boom.
And that's the sound it makes. It's true.
It's old. It's clunky.
It can be kind of disruptive sometimes.
You got to kick it and reboot it a lot. There's a lot of... because it's old, and you got to fix the antenna, but I don't know why.
Lights, blow in it like an old Nintendo sometimes.
The lights flicker, and the next thing you know, boom. Janot Talbot.
Geno. All
is
right.
the name. Congratulations. 2 tickets to join us for Rockin Thunder, July 4th, Princess Auto Stadium.
That's going to be a lot of fun. So the shows I've seen at Princess Auto Stadium in recent memory, there was Guns N' Roses, there was AC/DC. Didn't go to Rockin Thunder last year. That was Def Leppard, correct? The headliner.
Yeah.
But I love me a good stadium festival environment.
So good.
The weather hopefully will be great. But even I've been to the stadium, I believe it was Rock on the Range back in the day, and it was raining all day. And sometimes when it's like that, you just make that fun too, and that's a memory.
You get a poncho, and everyone's in it together, and it is what it is, and you make the best of it.
If it wasn't for rain, there would be no such thing as a $1 clear see-through plastic poncho.
I know.
Okay.
It inevitably falls apart.
Yeah.
I remember buying like these cheap hip waders. Like, why on earth do I need hip waders? It's not like I was knee deep in water, but it seemed funny to me. So I brought them, I think, a Canadian Tire. And I had them on for all of 8 minutes, and the crotch ripped right out of them. And by about halfway through the day, they were just falling off me. But there's your story, right?
Yep.
When you get a rain concert like that. Anyway, we'll hope the weather's nice, but that is going to be an awesome day. Rockin Thunder. 921city.ca for all your information. If you want to know what's happening with the big shows and how we're giving tickets away. We've got Scrollin coming up in just a few minutes.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Here's what's trending with Philly Joe and Vicky.
Tonight is Stephen Colbert's final late show. It's the final late show ever, actually, because that started with Dave Letterman back in the day. Was he the first late show host?
Yes, he was.
I think
They
so.
created the show for Letterman, if I remember correctly.
The end of an era.
Because they didn't give him the Tonight Show. That went to Jay Leno, so he went over to CBS.
So then that leaves Kimmel and Fallon as the 2 late late
Seth
show
Meyers
hosts.
too, but he's later in the
Later.
day. Actually, Fallon and Kimmel won't be doing live shows tonight.
They blacked out for,
as
that's
a
kinda
sign
cool.
of respect. Yeah, sure. They've kept the final guest lineup a secret. Apparently, Stephen wrote a letter to the Pope trying to get him as a guest. He's a big Catholic guy, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. It'll be a surprise for those who watch.
Colbert ends up having a podcast or something, right? He doesn't go away.
He's writing a new Lord of the Rings movie. He's a big
yes,
fan of that.
yes,
so
yes.
he's got some irons in the fire.
Okay.
Yeah, it's by far not the last you've seen of
No.
Stephen Colbert.
Quinta Brunson, she's the star and creator of the show Abbott Elementary. She's won a bunch of Emmys for it. She's really blown up because of that show. She's developing a Betty Boop movie. Do you remember Betty Boop?
Yeah, sure.
I don't.
You don't know who Betty Boop is?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
You'd know where to see her. She's like from the 30s. She's got like the short black hair,
yeah.
Okay.
little red dress.
Been a
Google her.
tattoo or two, the
Sure.
Betty Boop.
Betty Boop. All right, I'll,
iconic cartoon character.
I think I upset Vicky, so let me look.
I'm just surprised. I didn't know people didn't know that.
Hey,
It's
if
because you're so young.
I'm going
Yeah.
to tell you something, Vicky. If you are surprised, you should see me. I'm just completely shocked that Phil does not.
Yes, I recognize the character.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's never been good with names when it came to the ladies. That's Betty Boop, Phil.
So it's going to be about the character's evolution and mainly about the guy who created her, Max Fleischer, and all the creative and commercial pressures that he dealt with, because it was kind of back in the 30s. It was
Pretty risque.
revolutionary
Yeah,
and risque.
yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So she's working with Max's grandson on that project.
Okay. Also got a text this morning because this is something that came up on Scrollin a couple weeks ago, and someone says, "Hey, back to a Netflix show you guys were talking about, the remake of Man on Fire."
Yeah.
And he's saying definitely worth a watch. This is Jack who sent us a text.
Okay, Jack, I'm
And-
putting it in my file right
Well,
now.
I'd heard, I'm having a hard time clicking on it because the movie, I loved the movie so much.
Yeah.
And Denzel was the main character in the
Yeah.
movie, so I just don't want to be disappointed. But I've had enough people tell me it's great
Yeah,
that I'm
give it a shot.
going to have to bite the bullet.
Check out Betty Boop, too.
I bet I already Googled her, Vicky. I'm good now. That's Scrollin.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
I'll tell you, it's a great time to be alive for people who love John Lithgow, people who enjoy knowing the score of the games, the playoff games, but don't really want to watch it. people who like to gather and talk about how they really don't want to watch it. It's just been a big week for those kinds of people ever since the Vicky Shea non-viewing party for the Montreal Canadiens playoff games got announced.
Yeah, this is incredible. And just to keep adding to this,
Announcement.
yeah,
UT.
I've been working on this.
Look,
Even I don't know this.
Whoa,
this is
no.
a surprise to
Me
me,
neither.
the host.
I don't.
Let's start with some rules. Like you can't come in there with
man.
your cell phone. So
Yeah.
I didn't get those Kevin Hart concert lock bags that they do in concerts now, but that was the first time I had seen one at Canada Life Center.
I got to make my own notes here.
Right? So we've got Ziploc bags. That's the best we could do.
You got to hand in your phone at this party?
Yeah, you got to Ziploc it, and then you
Wow.
keep it at the door in a bowl.
No
Vicky, do you have a bowl?
I got a few bowls.
Okay,
yeah.
good. We're going
Don't
to
be
need
putting
'em.
keys in that bowl.
We're going to need them at the front.
It's not that kind of party.
This
Well,
first,
you never know with a non-viewing party.
hey,
You might view some things you didn't expect to
Yes.
view.
I might skip the Habs game then.
That's true. The good luck on that. That'll never happen. I told you, you're the only one that's not coming to this party tonight. This non-viewing party, it's the first time it's ever happened in history. So we're learning. This
Yeah.
first night is going to be a learning experience. So not only do we have the Ziploc bags for the phones, 2 bombshells to drop. People might not know this, but Vicky and I used to have a house on the same street Vicky is on. It was pretty much across the street. Believe it or not, I moved from St. James to Charleswood. Vicky moved into the area, tells me, I moved onto this street. So we lived across the street from each other at different times.
That's insane.
So I know a couple of the neighbors. And guess what I did, Phil?
Oh, there's a local band in the neighborhood?
No. We have now got a beer garden next door. My buddy's there. We got a beer garden going. He says if he has enough time, he's going to get his orange snow fence up just because you have to have.
Well, crowd control, right?
You got to have a little crowd.
You got to have that.
There's only so many wristbands to go around, but he's willing to give up his yard. And even better, because this one was right under my nose, but I have signed some live entertainment for center stage at the first ever Vicky Shea non-viewing party
Center stage.
for Montreal. Center stage. You know who it is? One of the funniest people you'll know, Matt Nightingale. Matt Nightingale. It was right under our noses. He lives in the same house as Vicky, and I tell you, I didn't get a hometown discount. The guy grinds. He grinds on price. Matt Nightingale performing 2 shows tonight.
So he's in between the John Lithgow Marathon.
Wow.
Yeah, well, you got to have a break.
Yeah.
It's sort of like when you go for that big meal, something for the palate that just changes gears for you.
Palate cleanser.
He's only doing 15-minute sets, he says, between movies.
Wow, he's good at keeping a secret because I had
telling
no
you.
idea.
Vicky.
You guys just working out these deals, eh?
You know what? I've been working harder on this than you have.
It's true.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and B into more ears.
Throwdown Thursday!
Boom. This one's going to generate big time debate, a lot of comments, a lot of opinions on our socials, and no doubt the Boston Pizza text line as well.
I thought it was spelled out well on engage.ca if you are going to take the survey about daylight saving time or just standard time or keeping it the way it is where you do get the flip and the flop. So those are the basic 3 options, but they did a real good job of spelling it out on which provinces are doing what and which ones aren't.
Also, just laying out the facts of here's what experts say about this, that, or the other when it comes to health concerns and everything like that. So, I thought it was easy to do. Yeah.
Daylight saving time. It's been a debate for a long time. You got to give the government credit putting up this survey to check the temperature of the province on this.
It's a good way of putting it.
Is it important? What do people want to see done? Look, I'm at the survey right now. And I'm going to go with option 2. I don't know. I don't have a preference.
Okay.
Right on the fence, straddling it.
I love that that's there. I mean, that's basically, we do it on our social sometimes. We make who cares an option.
Right.
That's basically, I don't know. I don't have a preference. That's kind of like saying, I don't, who
Then you're
cares?
okay with what we're living with.
I was just joking. I know which way Joe's going. Stop the time change and stay on daylight saving time, which leads to later sunsets. Correct, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it the way it is right now myself. I'd rather have that sunlight at night. just because of the summers just seem a little longer at night, and it'll brighten up the night for winter too, right?
Buzzsaw
for driving.
Buzzsaw feels the same way. I love a sunny night that goes on forever in the summer. I remember being in California in like September or something, and it got so dark so early, and I thought it was such a bummer because I've gotten used to it.
I will say this. I just want to see it be one. More importantly, like if my preference was right now, yes, but I really don't want the flip and the flop anymore. That would be my preference. Yeah.
I'm gonna make it unanimous.
Oh, okay.
I'm not putting I don't know. I'm gonna go with stop time change and stay on daylight saving time brackets later sunsets.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time all three have agreed for Throwdown Thursday.
And you know what? Tell us why you choose what you choose, because there might be a good reason for the other option that we haven't thought of. Yeah.
Hey, I could be swayed.
Yeah, you still haven't clicked submit yet.
I haven't clicked submit yet. I almost clicked on I don't care, so I could be swayed. Throwdown Thursday. Go to our socials and vote, or you can vote by on our Boston Pizza text line as well, 762-555.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Danko Jones, there's an intense dude live. Danko Jones was going so crazy on stage once. He hit his microphone with his head and his eye, and he had some like a detached retina or some injury to his eye.
No
detached
way.
retina too. That's not fun.
No.
To deal with.
I don't know if
yikes.
I may have got the injury wrong, but he definitely had an eye injury from like whacking his face into the microphone.
He leaves it all out there.
Did they bring in the doctor, check the eye, and see if the fight can continue between him and his microphone?
That's it.
They do it for the big fights, and then you wave your hands. It's all over.
They'd have to throw the towel because he's not coming off stage.
But I'll tell you, he's one of those guys, too, like any pro athlete that doesn't want to come out of the game. Danko's not coming off the stage.
Absolutely not.
The first people in the front rows, though, must have loved having all that blood on their clothing.
Are you kidding? They
Never
probably
washed.
Still haven't washed it.
Yeah, that's a moment. That's a memory.
If you had a band shirt on and it's got Danko's blood on it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That's going on eBay.
Saw him at Nashville's with and the Bloodshots. Good local guys opened that show.
Speaking of blood.
Yeah.
CJ and the guys. Okay.
Speaking of concerts, Monday morning. Oh my, is there some buzz? There's some questions. There's people going, when does this start? How do I win a seat? How do I win a seat on the bus to Regina to see Foo Fighters with PJV and 92.1 City?
Yeah, it's part of our world tour, a road trip edition, I guess, right on the city bus. So it's the Grohl call, which means you're going to hear a sounder, Vicky.
Yeah. That's right. And when you hear it, you're going to hear also a code word that you text in. That'll get you in the draw. That'll get the randomizer picking somebody every Friday to come on that bus with us to go to Regina.
Yeah, the original artificial intelligence, the randomizer.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be great. Have you thought about, what you're going to do on the bus ride?
No, I haven't.
Are you going to sit with Joe? Like, there's only three of us, so someone...
Right.
You know what? Joe, you should sit with Iron Mike.
Hey... You laugh if you want, Vicky. He's done this to me before, and not with Iron Mike. He did this to me with the top brass.
Yeah.
The guy comes in. I line up a golf game for Phil, myself, our buddy Bubba, who's in promotions at the time,
Bubba.
right? Yeah. And our big boss who comes in from Vancouver. And he's looking forward to this golf. He's in for a couple of days.
Right. And that's a lot of time in a golf cart with a big, like one of these big cheeses, corporate dudes.
9 or 18?
No, 18 holes.
Oh, wow.
So, and we're doing dinner right after, right? So here's the best part. I take care of the golf. I'm lining up the golf. I go into the pro shop to make sure we're all lined up with two carts. Bubba and Phil decide all of a sudden that they're grabbing this cart, and it leaves me with the top brass for like 4.5 hours and then dinner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm picking up the tab.
The Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
15% of people say they still use this item from a former employer. So you work somewhere else, you ended up with something. I'm not even saying you took it. I'm just saying maybe you were given it, probably given in this case, right? 15% of people say they still use this item from a former employer.
780 City, 780-2484. You're on the air. Go ahead with your guess.
Hey, how's it going? How about a phone?
Not a phone.
Cell
no.
phone? Yeah, good guess.
That's a very good guess. A lot of people get to keep their number and
Company phone, yeah.
Is the old company still paying for it?
new.
You wish.
Hello.
Good morning. Is a coffee mug.
Not a coffee mug. No, I think that number would probably be higher than 15%.
You know, I love coffee mugs. Like 92.1 City coffee mugs. Like I
Yes.
think those are. I bug our promo team. Like, hey, we should.
We had. If you remember that we had a promotion about 2 years ago, I gave all mine away. I typed something like, oh, hey, yeah, okay, have one. I was looking for one. But you know which one I used the other day, believe it or not?
What's that?
The one we got from the Arberg Bakery with my name on it.
I use mine all the time.
I go, look at this. My name's on it. Arberg Bakery.
Heaven forbid Christy try and use it one time. Yeah.
Hands off.
Oh, she's got her own, the world's greatest teacher, world's greatest mom. Like, keep throwing that in my face all the time. I got one
You've
with my
always
name on
wanted to
it.
be the world's greatest teacher,
I
and it's
did.
never come
I
for
did.
you.
Hi, City.
Hey, I'm going to go with a discount code.
Ah, that's a great answer.
it is.
The old promo stuff. Code. No. Nope, not that. But this is a promotional item. Okay, I'm going to give you a little clue. 15% of people say they still use this promotional item from a former employer.
Hello, City.
What about a business card?
No, not a card. No.
Still doing business for them.
Hi, City.
Hi, could I get chili?
It's a promotional item. Is it something you wear?
No.
Were you going to
That
guess
was
a
my,
T-shirt?
yeah. I was thinking like a sweater or something with the logo on it.
Okay, well, that's my guess because I was going to say a T-shirt. I shouldn't have asked for the hint first.
No.
Sorry about that.
No, that's not it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Listen, you have to know in most companies' cases, if they're going to do promotional stuff, it's usually cheaper stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because they want to get as much volume out
Okay.
there.
I
So
think I
there
know.
should
I have an
lean
idea.
you in the right direction, I hope.
Yeah.
Somebody.
780 City. Hello there for Burt Block Party tickets.
Hey there. I was wondering if the answer was a pen.
Not a pen.
Oh, that's what
Okay.
I'm going to guess.
Me too.
That's a great answer.
Dang.
Yeah,
that
because that's
number
an
might
easy.
be higher, actually.
Yeah, I think so, because you're right. It's an easy take from
Yeah.
work, right?
Is it something
Promotional.
around that cost area?
Yeah, of course it is.
It is. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, guys. How about a hat?
Not a hat, no.
Okay, thank you.
Nice try.
I always liked
Don't wear it.
the promotional hats that were getting ordered would be from somebody that you would never see in a hat. So it would always be this cheaper version of a hat that nobody would wear.
And it was always like the lowest.
Yes.
Like it's like almost right down to your skull.
Yeah.
yeah.
Those
like,
hats don't look good.
They
in
didn't
anyone.
walk into a lid store and go, that's the one. That Jay's
Yeah.
hat, that's the style.
You're bang on. Very rarely are company hats nice.
Oh, they're awful.
No, it's the one that you take on that fishing trip that always seems to make its way back with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
You're
your
never going to
junk
lose
hat.
it. Yeah.
Hi, City.
Hello.
Hi. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yep.
Hey, I don't know if it's been guessed yet, but a coffee mug?
Not a coffee mug. No. Thank you.
Seems to be a common one. We've had coffee mug guests a
Cheaper
couple of
promotional
times.
item, probably around the cost of a pen.
Hi there.
Oh, the cost of a pen is throwing me off. Morning, guys. Make it, Dave.
Morning.
I got to go with water bottle.
Not water bottle.
Great guess.
That's another good
Yeah.
But it's somewhere in that world. Okay? Somewhere in that world.
Somewhere in the water bottle world. Hi, City. You're on the air.
But smaller.
Hey, is it a magnet?
Not a magnet. That's a good one, too. Cheap.
Smaller than a water bottle.
Yeah.
It's not a coffee mug.
You'll see a lot of these this time of year. I'll tell you
I
that.
know what it is.
You know?
I think
That was a good clue?
Yeah.
Okay.
780 City. Hi there.
Are there any lifelines left?
Yes.
Philly, Vicky, or the text line?
Let's try the text line.
Okay, the keychain is the most recent guess on the text line.
Not a keychain. No.
Condoms was there, but I didn't think that was an actual guess.
Well,
so I
hey,
didn't use
From
that.
your work?
If you're going to the World Cup or the Olympics, it seems. Yeah.
That's true,
Oh,
FIFA.
Here, have one of these. It's my company logo. Do you want to see it?
We don't want you taking any time off having kids.
Yeah. How come it only spells out the first three letters of your company?
Hello, City.
Hi, golf balls.
Not golf balls. No.
Vicky
No.
thinks she knows, FYI.
Yeah. It's practical. Like, it's pretty useful this time of year.
Good morning for Burt Block Party tickets. Yeah.
go with Vicky.
Is it like a beer cozy koozie?
It's a koozie.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15% of people say they still use that item from their former employee, a koozie, the drink holder, because this time of year you'll see a lot of them out there, golf courses, pools, patios.
Well, we hand them out by the thousands.
Yeah, no more. We're out.
No, we're out.
We're out. You didn't think 3 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents would add up, eh, Phil? But thousands of koozies later.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
I started partaking in audiobooks, you guys.
Oh, really?
Like through Audible, or I get messages on my screen from Audible. And it's funny because somehow they figured out that I read a lot of biographies. I don't know how that happened. But then it gives you a bunch of suggestions.
Mine's just through Apple Books.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
Oh, okay.
Or I get one of my kids. I pay them to read me books. No, I don't. That would be funny. I'd heard good things about, like, don't get me wrong, I like reading books still, but I'd heard good things about audiobooks. My brother, who's a truck driver, does a lot of audiobooks.
Oh, I bet.
I've heard that. A lot of people that travel long distance will love their audiobooks even more than podcasts now in some cases.
Podcasts are good too, but here's why the idea came to me. Every now and then, I have trouble getting to sleep, whether it's an afternoon nap that I know I need, even for just 45 minutes. And I've always found that if I pop on like an old movie on the guide or something and lay on the couch, it'll always put me to sleep. So I thought, well, I wonder if an audiobook would do the same. I'm telling you right now, an audiobook is better than sleeping medication.
Now, what's the book? Because I'm wondering if that makes the difference too.
Well, so
50 Shades of Grey.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to dream about the right thing. No, I've always wanted to go back and do the Game of Thrones books.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've seen the TV series, and of course everybody is always like, oh, the books are better. So the way it's working is I'll be, wide awake for the first, say, 20 minutes of what I'm hearing, and then I'll wake up 45, hour and a half later, and the book is still going.
Now,
but I've had a great nap.
Now, I bet they have a great person reading it.
Yes.
Game of Thrones, are they British?
Well, yes, British-sounding guy.
Yeah, kind of calming, I bet.
Sounds like a character on the show. Super calming.
So you can't even get subtitles now.
No, half the time I don't know what he's saying. But it puts me to sleep, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you. Well, that's interesting. And you're right. I guess the book would make a huge difference, too. Like, I mean... what if it was Shakespeare? I fell asleep during school listening to somebody read me Shakespeare, so I couldn't do that.
Now, do you worry about missing the plot at all, or is it just kind of a means to an end?
I know the plot, so I can jump in anywhere. Like, I might go back, because there's tons that I'm missing because I'm falling asleep.
Yeah.
But I might go back, and I could go back and do it all again. But I just, I am enjoying audiobooks.
I would love a biography if it was done by the biographer. You know what I mean? So if it was a Frank Sinatra autobiography by Frank, like I think I think that's happening with some of the celebrities.
Yeah. And some of them will go off book and tell stories that aren't in the book. And for
the
sure.
bonuses. Hey, audiobooks aren't cheap either.
No.
Right? In a lot of cases.
Yeah.
You're paying.
Yeah, that's a whole new world.
And then it stays in your archives, right? So you can always go back and listen to it again, I'm guessing.
No, I'm printing out a picture and putting it on the bookshelf
That's
of the
nice.
audiobook, because you got to be able to put it on display.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast. Here's what we learned today with Philly Joe and Vicky.
There's a nice sized storm overnight and into this morning.
Light show included. Yeah, that wasn't expected.
Lots of rain gathered. There were big puddles for us on our way in. I'm assuming, that would have lasted for the morning rush hour. Some hydroplaning. Like it's one of those rainfalls where you hit these giant puddles and you're like, oh, wow, it's been raining for a while.
Yeah, it's deeper than you think it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great if you're driving a Sea-Doo to work, but...
Colbert's final show tonight. Stephen Colbert.
Yeah, that's right.
End of an era, would you say, Vicky?
For the late show in general that Dave Letterman started back in the day. So they actually had Dave on, I think it was last week, and they, the thing where he would throw things off the building, like watermelons and everything. They did that with the guest chairs and also some watermelons as well. So they kind of said goodbye together. But Fallon and Kimmel, they're not doing live shows tonight. Just out of respect.
That's cool. Does Letterman still have the giant gray beard?
You betcha.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
I like his Netflix show, actually, where he does the one-on-one interviews.
It's very good.
Very good.
Yeah. Daylight saving time survey is up and running.
Yep.
The province, this has become a topic. Other regions have eliminated it, so the province figures we better, check the pulse of Manitoba and see if there's a demand for this.
Yeah, and it's giving you all the options to choose from. Even I don't have a preference either way. That's on the survey. It's about, 5 or 6 questions long. Takes 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's well done, and you get a voice, right, about the topic.
Yeah,
If
the
it
link's
means
on our
something to
Facebook
you or
page.
not.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you put it up. Thank you, Vic.
And Throwdown Thursday that's the topic of Throwdown Thursday as well.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure you weigh in on our socials there as well. We're getting lots of interesting comments. Good debate. 15% of people say they will still use a beer koozie, or I guess it can be a beverage koozie, from a former employer.
Right.
So if you, for example, we all have them, 92.1 City, we were handing those bad boys out for ages.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if anyone's ever paid for one unless it's one of the higher end ones, but that's something that you just end up with and you don't even know how.
You know what? That's a very good point. Unless it's one of those collector ones like with some big name brand on it. But yeah, anything with a work logo on it, no one's paid. You're right.
You know what? That's actually a funny topic.
Wow, where did you get that John's refrigeration koozie? That's a hard to find in koozie world.
Yeah. What's the thing that you never have to pay for in life? You just
Lanyards.
kind of get it. Yeah. Oh, for
what
sure.
What a pop-up store that would be. Koozie World. Please don't touch. They're made out of foam.
We have announced some new things. Joe did very early this morning, a big announcement involving the Vicky Shea Lafleur non-viewing party for tonight's playoff game.
I was honored. Not only to mention her neighbor Fred, who's putting up a snow fence just to have some kind of MLCC bylaws not broken.
Crowd control.
Yeah, all of a sudden, we've got a beer garden going. Weather looks pretty good by this afternoon for the beer garden. And not only that, but we have locked in 2 night performances tonight, 2 shows. Local comedian superstar and actor Matt Nightingale.
Fresh from his bedroom.
I'm surprised. I don't know how we booked him. But somehow he didn't only ask for a rider.
Yeah.
He asked for a fee, which I had to grind him down a little bit on the fee.
Oh, he's got to keep up with my tastes.
But when he tried to ask for some transportation money, I said, that's a little much. I'll tell you, he's hard to work with.
That's what we learned today.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
For more Philly Joe and Vicky, lock it into 92.1 City, weekday morning 6 to 10.